This final day is going to be absolutely mad.
Don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. I won't wait for you, 'cause you keep telling lies. I keep going high, she keeps going low. At the end of the day, she's gone. But you don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. And you keep telling
Hi
lies.
guys, and welcome back to another episode of Outcast 2 Icons with me, a very, very excited man. As always, if you have been enjoying the series up to this point, I can't believe we're at the end of season 15. The drop a like on the video helps out with the algorithm and all that. I see you, algorithm ultras, and I love you lots. But today I thought we'd start on Petar Milosevic. Despite being out with his horrendous jet ski injury, I just wanted to sort of highlight him and show you just sort of, I'm going to say how he's developed. It's really hard to see at this point, given that he's obviously taken a bit of a hit, down to the fact that, well, the jet ski accident. But you could see he was definitely going in the right direction, which is a good sign. But I really do feel like this lad is the future of this team as far as goalkeepers go. 20 years old. He already has 21 caps for Bosnia. At the age of 20. This guy is going to be their goalkeeper for years to come. You could easily see him netting 150 caps for them. And that kind of experience really is going to help us, having him in the team. Now, obviously, we've done... we have to do without him, because obviously Moscatelli's been in. And Moscatelli, to be fair to him, has done okay. But I just feel like I want to put my faith in the future. And the future is Petar. So I was struggling to figure out how we would structure this final day, since there was actually 6 games to do. And normally if it's like 3, I'll do a triple live com. So I decided to basically try and do 4 off camera in a row and then do the rest of the thing, provided that it wasn't getting too bad one way or the other, essentially. So we're in a situation now where we've got games today against Torino, who've fallen to 16th. They were top at one point to, 16th, and then Spal away on the final day of the season. So 2 relatively winnable matches. I've also been experimenting again tactically over this period, because we've had some tougher games in there too, but I just wanted to sort of, give it a crack, to be honest. And I'm really kind of happy with the direction that we're potentially moving into, which gives me excitement for next season. It really does. We're also going to take a look around all the other leagues that we've managed in the past, as well as the big 5 leagues to go with that too. We'll also do a little finance update at the end of the episode as well, so you can see what the run in the Champions League, plus wherever we finish in the league this season, is going to do to our finances and how we set ourselves up for next season. Because I think financially, incredibly, the club is looking very, very healthy indeed. And it makes me very excited about what we can do going forward, because we've been incredibly frugal with a lot of our transfers. And I expect that to continue this summer, because I got my eye on a few more lads, particularly with this new idea in mind. Oh yeah, and Samp won the cup, ironically, against Torino midweek. So Torino are going to be even more tired. So I decided to try out our new sort of style against Cagliari at home. Glavash with a gorgeous ball over the top to Max Lebert, flying in and hammering it home for 1-0 to Sassuolo. And whilst, yes, I grant you, it's a 1-0, but it's a very different kind of 1-0, and you can see what I mean in terms of the sheer amount of opportunities we were creating. Now, I had Get Stuck in on as part of this tactic, and I think it's going to just cause us to get too many bookings. So we have switched that off, and I haven't noticed any real drops in quality from doing that, so that's good. Lombardo as well, who's been playing on that right-hand side, since he's really the only natural right-sided winger that we've got, and he looks absolutely spectacular, to be honest, so I'm extremely pleased with him. Cagliari had a few chances late on in this game, I think caused by our slightly higher line, but nevertheless, a really good result for us. Next up, we went away to Lazio. I reverted back to our old style of tactic, and amazingly here, Candido with the ball, drops it to Granados, round the side, Max Lebert, 1-0 Lazio? Sassuolo after just 3 minutes, which was a really, really good start for us. Then, just before half-time, Candido getting the ball here, eventually it bounces back to him, he puts it across, Max Lebert in a great position, 2-0, and a brace from Max Lebert in the old style of tactic. I don't think he's done that probably ever, which is absolutely ridiculous. Then on 50 minutes, Borussia just driving through, some poor positioning from Moscatelli allows the space open, and Lazio get a route back into the game, unfortunately. But still, why can't we play like this in the Champions League? But in the 85th minute, Quarto gets the ball, sorry, not Quarto, Glavash, Pavlich picks it up, drops it around the side for Candido, and it's a thunderous strike into the back of the net for 3-1. Now, I think 3-1 definitely flatters us. It was a very even game, and a draw probably would have been a slightly fairer result. But we were just clinical, and a lot better than we played against them in the Champions League, where we got absolutely smashed 4-1. It's kind of interesting, really, because, again, this was the same tactic. I just used the normal one for this one, with the hitting early crosses and whatnot. And I think it's just a case of sometimes we're just in better form. Maybe we're slightly more rested as well, because we have had a full week in between. But an absolutely ridiculous victory away at Lazio. I would have happily taken a draw, but given the way that the other teams around us are winning, this could be very important come the end of the season. And to see Max get 3-2, it's unheard of. Next up, we hosted Genoa. They had a man sent off after just 10 minutes, and after that, we demolished them. Firstly, this brilliant volley from Chris Hewitt gave us the lead on 18 minutes. But my goodness me, we were tearing through them. I've never seen so many chances in a game. It was absolutely outrageous. Half an hour mark, though, Cabrera getting the ball out on the left-hand side, drops it through. Candido makes it 2-0 to really wrap up the match for us, really, because Genoa were having nothing of it. Then straight after half-time, in the 48th minute, a lovely ball across the pitch from Glavas here, into the channel. Candido brings it down and pops it past the goalkeeper for 3-0 on 48 minutes, and it just kept coming from us. We were just barreling goals at them after all. Then on the 52nd minute, Cabrera getting the ball out on the left, puts it down to Candido, pops it across for Chris Hewitt, bends one in for 4-0 to Sassuolo. And it was just, look at that, 3.99. I realise red card, but honestly, if you think about this, just being honest with ourselves, with the other style of play against a team with 10 men, we'd have probably still won 1-0. We just would have had a few more chances here. We tore them apart in this one. Chris Hewitt and Candido were superb. Candido got an assist as well. Lebert may have not scored in this game, but he was just linking up the play absolutely sublimely. Everybody was absolutely spectacular. Cantor was the only reason that Genoa didn't concede even more. He made 10 saves in this game to try to keep them involved in this one. But, 36 shots. That's not us. It's incredible. So with this information in mind, I decided to play the more aggressive style away at Inter, given that they have been a bit sus this season. Great ball in, Lebert knocks it down, Quarto gets a couple of bites at the cherry on the 10th minute, gives us the lead away at Inter. And the start we'd made of this game, it was completely justified. Then, unfortunately, a bad pass, though, from Chris Hewitt allows Vinicius Jr. to fly past our defenders, drive into the box, and pop it home for 1-1. Frustratingly against the run of play as things go, but in the 57th minute, Quarto with a gorgeous ball over the top for Max Lebert, he skins Ivica Hodak and just splays this one into the bottom corner for 2-1 to Sassuolo. And again, easily one of our best away performances of the season. And to do that away at Inter, who are in relatively decent form, admittedly, they have now started to slump a little bit. But still, Quarto and Max Lebert getting the goals. Lebert's now got 4 in 4 games, which is absolutely unheard of for him. It's so nice to see us playing good football. Now, if I took this same strategy and played it against Juventus, I think we'd come undone because it is incredibly aggressive and would leave enormous gaps, which is why I was very on the fence about playing this against Inter away. But we took a chance and it paid off. Now, on another day, it may not have done, but I think we were bloody good. As we now sit third, 77 points on the board, but this is still completely up for grabs. We're only 3 points above Lazio. I think we do have a better head-to-head than them, though. But Milan are well and truly in there as well. And we're only 2 points behind Rome. And really, this is a long shot. We're actually only 3 points off of Juventus, who dropped points. Who was it they dropped points to? Yeah, they dropped points to Brescia, which was very surprising. In fact, there were some quite surprising results in the whole last round of fixtures. Milan dropping points to Benevento, Lazio dropped points to Atalanta, and obviously we getting the win over Inter. That was the biggest game changer for me. Nevertheless, I am stoked, you might say. So obviously for the final 2 games, we're going to go aggressive because I think we kind of have to at this point. That being said, there is a little bit of room for error now because of Lazio's mainly the result against us, to be honest, but they have dropped points since then. Today, we host Torino. It's big. I didn't actually see who the other teams are playing today. Oh, no, we know that Juventus are playing Benevento. Right, so, essentially, just a 4-2-3-1, kind of standard stuff. We were on attack on the right-hand side. Originally, in the very first game, the one against Cagliari, I had this sort of swapped over. So I had the inside forward on the left on attack and the winger on support, with basically the fullbacks alternating because of that. But I decided that Lombardo played so well that I felt we could get him in more. And I feel like this is actually a more stable option. Again, not completely set on it. We'll change things if I have to. But very, very happy with the way things are going so far. Moved Milivojev back to being a ball-playing defender in this system, because that's one thing I forgot to do. But yeah, it's just playing out defence is something I haven't really experimented with much, but it does seem to stop us lumping the ball up quite so much. Occasionally that could be functional for us, but I'm pretty pleased with it. The main thing for me that I think makes us good is this extremely high tempo with dribbling less. We're just popping that ball around, and I'm enjoying watching us, to be honest. I'm very, very happy. That, and I think now we were on regroup before, but now we're just going ham at people, and we're not distributing over the top anymore. We're playing it out from the back and trying to be a bit more sensible in possession, and it's really allowing us to dominate the games that we're in, and that's good. So, changes will need to be made for this one, I sense, though. Michel Chea will be able to come back in. Sigurdsson will not start, as Lebert will go through the middle there. But you can see Lombardo's been very good over this little period of fixtures. He's just getting in and running at people, which is really nice. Now, I'm tempted now with that guy I'm signing on a free transfer from Inter in the summer to keep him as a right-sided player, because he actually could be very, very functional in this season, this team, with his 17 crossing and 17 dribbling. That could be lethal in that position. So with that in mind, I think that's honestly what I'm going to go with. It was lovely to see Chris Hewitt grab a couple of goals. He's being linked with a move somewhere else at the moment. I can't remember who it is. Saint-Etienne, who do have absurd money, to be fair to them. But all in all, really, really pleased with that. Ramon is back. You know what? I'll put him on the bench for today. Why the hell not? Milosevic as well. Nearly back. He'll be back for next season, though. It's kind of nuts how Torino have fallen off. I swear they went top at one point. Maybe not. It might have been during a fixture, and they actually didn't finish up the game day in first. But the fall off they've had, it reminds me a bit of the season that Hull City had in the Premier League one year, where they were flying for like half the year, and then I think they didn't win in like 19 games and only survived on like goal difference or something. That, and really trying to set us up from defensive set pieces to maximise our chances on the breakaway when we get those clearance headers, trying to position people in the right places so that they'll stay there and hopefully pick those balls up so we can get those breakaways, because I feel like that's genuinely a really good strategy, particularly against bigger sides, I've noticed. Well, the press conference said that we could book a spot in Champions League with a win. So that's a very, very nice sign. Hopefully Max Lebert can continue his excellent scoring form. He's on to 12 goals for the... I would never have picked Max Lebert to get close to that tally, honestly, given where we were in like January. But it's lovely to see him flourish towards the end of the year. The games elsewhere are going to mean an awful lot to this. I think we could get third place this season because Milan's run-in looks a little bit more difficult than ours. But we still have to do our job. And if we could end up finishing off with 2 wins in this one and finish off with 6 consecutive, not that that wouldn't be the first time we've done that, I find that once we sort of get a bit more space in between fixtures, we really are able to flourish a lot more. But that's something we're going to have to look at next season because we're not going to have the space. Not for the whole season anyway. Caggiano. Lanza. Round the side. And actually, it's already 1-0. Inside a minute, Alejandro Salas gives Torino the lead. It's so incredibly typical, isn't it? It's a lovely ball in, frankly, but they've just not really got their head in the game here. I know we have lost games at home this season, so it's not like we're the same fortress we were. It's a really good ball from Lanza. The run is a bit late, and Uriarte, maybe if he just slides in and sticks a foot out there. I just think he doesn't see him. I've noticed that this system also seems to produce a lot more set-piece opportunities, for whatever reason. Oh, Hewitt! Oh, drills it wide. Come on, lads, you've played so well lately. I don't want to see this drop off now. Oh, for God's sake! Good block. Well, half-time, and that's about the worst we've played since we've still got a lot of possession. We're just not really doing much with it right now, and our front line is really struggling to get any kind of movement going, it would seem. It's not a good cross. Oh, actually, it's been dropped, and it's... Wait, what? Oh, I assume it's going to be a foul on the goalkeeper. I think Milivojevic may have fouled the keeper. Offside? So Glavash is offside, fine. Okay, well, I guess it's because he ran near the goalkeeper or something, because it looks like the goalkeeper dropped it. Tries to clip one up to Lebert, but that's fine. He's got it, and he can spread it out wide for Candido. It's a lovely pass into the channel for him. And now he can make the run beyond. If he can pull one back, Lebert! It's a good block, and over the bar from Glavash. Pavlish's ball in again. Clips it through an Uriarte's header, and it's put over the line by, well, who else but Maxime Labert. 1-1, Sassuolo 1, Torino 1. It's been coming from most of this second period, most of this game, in all honesty. That was still their only shot on target of the match was their goal. Great header from Uriarte. Initially a very good save, but Labert is then in again, poaching at the back post to score his 13th goal of the season. I want to talk about how there's a 2-point gap between 2nd and 5th as things stand. This final day of things, unless we can pull off a victory here, that would make the world of difference. Oh, hello. Siggy's in. Great first touch from Siggy Jonsson. It's a good block on him, but he could still keep this in. In fact, he has, and he's won us a corner there. Siggy Jonsson. Edge of the box for Pavlish, of all people. Good block. Hewitt. Oh, hello. We're overplaying it a little bit here, but Max Lebert and Candido. Blocked. Mihilchea again. He's got Siggy a little bit tighter on him, and the goalkeeper's bundled it into his own net there. Yes! I thought it was going to count as offside or something. Sassuolo 2, Torino 1, and Antonio Silva, I think it is, has just bundled it into his own net from the cross. I assume that's what's happened. Lovely little build-up out wide. Mihilchea's in space, but it's not even the best cross. I can tell he's aiming at Lebert, but what even happens here? Oh, I think he hits it against his defender, but it's in. Was Lebert not offside there, though? I mean, we've done very well to turn this one around. I think we've been the better side all of the game, but still, going a goal down in a game against a team that definitely need points is certainly not what you want to be in that kind of position. Bruno out left now. But that's to win the game by more than a goal. Candido could turn. Can he find the shot? Oh, he can, and it's just wide. This would see us wrap up Champions League football and go to 2nd in the league with still a chance on the final day, but unfortunately it's unlikely. Juventus have 2 red cards, by the way. The thing is, their head-to-head against us is better, so they would be crowned champions, I think, today with the result. Oh, God! You have to be joking me. That's their second... They've only had 2 shots on... Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, well. It's just... It is what it is sometimes, isn't it? It's a great ball in from Tibaldi. The run is made off the back shoulder, and Della Vega's equalised for him. And now Lazio have found a late winner as well. Overall, still incredibly impressed with the performance and the attacking output from us, which is what I want to see from this style of play. We're creating way more chances. It's just unfortunate when we concede both shots on target. Then again, against Lazio, I think all 3 of our shots were on target were goals. So swings and roundabouts and all that, but we could have done without Lazio scoring that late one, as we now have to go into that final day against Spal with a much more difficult task. God. But again, you can definitely see the improvements. Not enough shots on target in this one, and I think part of that comes from having the higher intensity of passing. However, wasn't the case against Genoa. So, you know, we're still brilliant in this game. We just, it happens, I guess. Here's the situation. God, it looked so good for a minute. Lazio were drawing, we were winning, and it was all perfect. And now there's 2 points between 2nd and 5th. And anything could happen. Literally any of those sides could finish 5th this season now. And Roma play Juventus on the final day of the season. Imagine if Roma, because we could all potentially win, lost to Juve and ended up finishing 5th this season. Juve, how did they win, by the way? They had 2 red cards in that game. Mental stuff. This final day... You think last year's final day was mad? I sense this one could be even more ridiculous. Join me in a sec. This final day is going to be absolutely mad. I can feel it already. 2 points separate 2nd and 5th. The right results today could see us finish the league in 2nd, which would be the highest ever finish for Sassuolo. We've already beaten our record points tally, I think. Or an awful day for us could see us finish 5th and slump out and not get any Champions League football. That's really what's on the line. But when you look at the fixtures, Inter and Lazio are playing each other, but it's away for Lazio. That is not going to be easy. Juventus and Roma are playing each other. We need Juventus, who are already crowned champions, to do us a favour there. And Milan and we have got the easiest fixture of the bunch. Surely one of them will screw up. What should be us? Please don't be us. We are going to persist with the same style of play, but there's been an injury to Chris Hewitt right before the kickoff. So, I mean, that's what I was going to do anyway, except we do want Max Leber to start. Quarto through the middle with Glavaš sitting a little bit deeper because he at least is right-footed. Everybody else, though, should be fresh and raring to go, which is pleasing. Jorginho is back, but obviously he doesn't need to start for us, so that's fine. Right, I don't think there's much else I can say. We just have to go. Oh, opposition instructions. Standard 4-2-3-1 for them as well. We just have to out 4-2-3-1 them, I suppose. Oh, God. Moment of truth. We love a final day battle, don't we? The last 2 seasons, including this one actually, so 3, have had insane last day battles. Losing the Champions League on head-to-head, winning the Champions League position on head-to-head. And today, God knows what could happen. I'm sure someone's going to miss out on head-to-head. They always do. By the way, the analysis video will be tomorrow, since we've actually got a Saturday. It's the perfect time for it, essentially. I can move it to the Saturday so we have a nice spread of videos. Gives us a bit more time to digest things as well. So yes, analysis video will be tomorrow instead of late tonight. Right, let's go. We have a good record against Spal. Apparently, we've never lost to Sinisa Mihailovic since he's been in charge there. So that's a good sign, I suppose. But it will really just depend on how this game sort of pans out, really. But yeah, playing it out from the back a little bit more will definitely allow us to maintain possession and build it up a little bit, rather than just lumping it and losing it like we were doing. We were playing the percentages game from a lot of this save so far. Quarto, Leber, instant good start potentially here. Lombardo, can he get round? Maybe drop it off to someone. He's all the way through and gets a shot away inside 4 minutes, which is good. Slips it inside for Candido. He could go for goal here, and he does! It's a great save from Christopher Klaassen, the former goalkeeper of ours, of course. Milan and Lazio have both taken the lead in their matches, putting all that extra pressure on us now. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. We've currently slipped provisionally to 5th in the league, despite currently being on 79 points temporarily. That is a lot of points to come 5th with. Oh, God, watch us miss out with our record points tally. Oh, around the side for Lombardo. Great first touch! Easy peasy for Gianni Lombardo. Wow, that's his first goal for the, well, not for the club, but of the season. Glavaš with a lovely ball into the channel, and we have the lead away at Spal. It's been coming. The opening stages of this have been very much all a Sassuolo fest, but we need to keep up with our rivals across the league right now. So a nice little ball for Bruna. Glavaš just pops it into the channel. Lombardo takes his time over this. I'm really glad of that. Lovely little finish from him, and we lead by a 1-0, and that should send us back up to 4th, 3rd? I don't actually know anymore. We just need to do our job. And yeah, it would send us 3rd, tied on points with Milan as Milivoyev's header puts it in. It's 2-0. And surely, from a 2-0 leading position now away at Spal, we can start to relax a little bit. It's just nice to see us go 2 goals up in a game as well. Candido with a gorgeous ball in. Milivojev scoring, I think that's his 4th or 5th goal of the season. It's a good header at the near post. And, oh, God, that takes a lot of stress off of us. The current situation is as follows. 1 point is separating 2nd and 5th right now. 81, 81, 80, 80. Insane. No need to overdo it. Oh, it's 3-0 now. Max Leber's 14th goal of the season. He's harassed the goalkeeper there, and they've provided an insanely awful back pass, and we're going to be in the Champions League next year. Oh, thank goodness for that. This is exactly what we needed after the sort of poorness against Torino. Just to come out here, it's a shocking... Panico panicked slightly, and Max Leber, 14 goals this season. I think that's like 6 in his last, 7 or 8. Milan have been equalised against by Samp, which means they would be the ones that would currently miss out on Champions League football as things stand. Lazio now 3-1 up away at Inter, so they're doing a good job of getting to the Champions League again this season, as it's a goal back for Spal. Andrea Severi from the corner. Okay, if we could just survive the next 9 minutes, lads, without completely bottling this, that would be absolutely fantastic. Jovic with a good ball in, and, well, I mean, yeah, he's just a great header. All of a sudden, they look a little bit dangerous. Around the side for Jovic. Good block. I might be tempted to switch to our secondary tactic just to shut this game out now. Lombardo now a little bit of room, and he's got Leber's run. And in fact, we've got Ramon on now. Oh, what on earth? Why didn't he run? He's fresh. Jovic is in now for Spal. Volani. Ball through. That's a great... What are we doing? Okay, we're definitely switching to the other tactic just to see this game out now. This is outrageous. What is going on here? Goodness me. We're going to just get a bit more defensive for these final few minutes here. We've made this game a lot harder than it needed to be honest. Cruising at 3-0 and then just start shitting the bed a little bit. Oh, that's a penalty. That's surely a penalty. Candido's been fouled. Yes, it is. Josip Glavaš from the spot to wrap up Champions League. Oh my God, he saved it. Mother of Christ. Now we've got 5 minutes of absolute squeaky bum time. 1 minute left. It's looking like at the moment a 3-2 victory away here. Not exactly ideal. Oh, hello, Max Leber. Oh, that's a great stop. And we possibly could have had another chance there towards the very end. Leber's just fluffed his lines a little. If we take our time over this, will be game, set and match Sassuolo. Oh my goodness. They had a bit of a scare towards the end there. They did. Oh, hello. Remote, what is he doing? Why are you doing Rabona crosses? This is not the time, but it doesn't matter. Spal 2, Sassuolo 3. And look at the end of this game. Oh my goodness. 3-2 was the result in the end. Lombardo, Milivojev and Max Leber with the goals. Bloody hell. What a game. What a finish. But the question is, where do we finish? It is third in the end. So what were the other results elsewhere? Lazio won 4-2. We knew that. Roma won 3-0 against Juve. And Samp beat Milan. Hartenbach getting a late one. Nicholas Flans! Oh, Nicholas getting a goal for Sampdoria, which could well have just helped us get Champions League football in there as well. Who was the other team that we're thinking about here? Oh, no, that was it, wasn't it? Because they're playing each other. Wow. Incredible. Inter actually end up finishing 9th in the end. Napoli and Bologna leapfrogged them on the final day of the season. And after all that comeback that they did, they've ballsed it up. Way worse than we did in the end. We got the result. 81 points. 3rd in the league. Oh, my goodness. We had to work for it towards the end of that game. Initial budgets. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hang on. We haven't had the prize money. I think if I hit continue, we'll get it. There we go. £19 million as well for coming 3rd in the league. That's mad. Obviously, we have to pay the squad a load of stuff and play some other people as well. Agony Maguzas, by the way, our new head of youth development. I gave him a little summit for joining us. 52 million. So yeah, we got £55 million in the bank, and the profit this season is over 15 million quid. Oh no, that's this month. That's literally this month. We've made 47 million in profit this year. This is the kind of season we needed to really stabilize ourselves financially, and I'm incredibly happy with that. That gives us money to actually strengthen this team dramatically this summer. Now, of course, it's still a question of getting people to sign for us. We could be in that weird limbo period where players that we want that would help us, we can afford, but they won't join us. And we obviously still got the problem with the whole non-EU thing. We have got a slot available for a new signing this year. I'm scouring South America to try and find an absolute baller to bring in. We may as well use that slot because the value is just too good to turn down. But financially, we are on a very strong footing right now. What about our FFP? Yeah, we're 113 million ahead on our FFP projections now. Finance poggers! Velesta, sadly, finish another season in 6th place. They'll never get back, will they? Ermis, still cutting about in the top flight, though, which is good to see. They're currently sitting 9th. I don't know if the league's finished. No, it hasn't. But they're in no real danger of relegation. They're 14 points above it. So all is looking good for the lads over at Ermis. Nice to see them in the top flight. Szeged have finished yet another season just shy of qualifying for something. But I say this every year, I'm just still amazed that they've managed to sort of chill around and done things. By the way, Vasas have come up and got into the into the European places now, by the way. That's a hell of a run from them. I'm curious about the second tier, actually. Oh my God, Ferencváros didn't even get promoted. That's mad. Osasuna under Rodolfo Arruabarrena is now the manager of Osasuna. So what happened to Unai Emery? They sacked Unai Emery. Ha! Take that, Unai. To the surprise of no one, under Siniša Đurić, Dinamo Zagreb have indeed won the league again. What was their score this time? 89 points. You're losing your touch, bruv. In the Premier League, Arsenal return to the top of the league and actually win it again. Everton, despite winning the title last year, have fallen to 9th. Not ideal. Southampton back into the Europa League there. No real other surprises than that other than Fulham getting relegated. Shocker. Erling Haaland still banging him in for Liverpool. In the Bundesliga, Dortmund champions this time around. That's kind of cool to see. Something slightly different anyway. Hoffenheim are back, but also looking like they might then fall back down again with Werder Bremen and Hanover getting relegated. Over in Spain, Barcelona, 97 points on the board. Pretty good. Sevilla, Real Madrid and Atletico in there. Yeah, other teams that have been surprise packages have sort of fallen away somewhat. So there we go. Huesca in 12th. Fair play. And Ligue 106 points for PSG. They didn't lose a game all season. Sonetia, though, 3rd place with all their huge spending. Also, top scorer in the league was a player for Sochaux, Marek Trabalik. Scout. You can't knock scout, really, when you see a player of that quality, can you? Particularly playing for a side that aren't in, like, the top reaches of the league. So anyway, I think our run-in was particularly good. And honestly, our form even at that point, there was this little... We always have patchy spells. But I feel way better about us. We scored 2 or more goals in every single one of our last 5 games, which is just not something we would have done earlier this season. Our goal scoring went through the roof. And I think there's definitely good signs to come from that. You can see the defense definitely slacked off as well. But sometimes I'll just take that, I feel. Like, sometimes it's nice to just score a few more goals, have some more exciting matches, particularly if the results are coming with it. I'm excited about what we could do next season with the right signings, and with £52 million, there's definitely going to be some signings, particularly as we've already got some guys coming in on free transfers. I'm still going to be careful with the money, though, obviously. We don't want to spend all of it, given our financial situation. We still want to be very frugal, because that's how we get long-term success. So hopefully our coefficient at the Champions League next year will be great. League-wise, I think next year we have to suggest that we're probably in some kind of title battle, hopefully. And all of our players are fairly young and improving, so I'm ecstatic with that. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like on it. That would be lovely. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, so go follow there as well. Tomorrow will be the analysis video. We're going to take a little break, have a day off. Well, not have a day off, but actually bring in a video on the day off. So, enjoy that one as well. It's going to be fascinating to see how people have sort of lined up. Obviously, with a slight change in tactics, it'll be a bit skewed, but I'm still interested. Anyway, if you've been, hold your gun, capybara, bye-bye.